So far we've heard about gas emissions and why we should move towards the economy and all this other stuff. But what we're really trying to argue is that we need more money for research and development to fix these problems of how do we store hydrogen and how we're going to use it commercially and all this stuff. So as my partner said, there was $70 billion that are used to subsidize oil we could use towards research and development for hydrogen, and this is something that we're trying to propose. Move that money, most of it, if not some of it, over to research and development of new technologies to store, how to use it, and all this other stuff. And we're thinking of proposing moving it little by little, not all at once, because $70 billion is a lot of money, over at least 15 years, 50 to maybe 25 years, moving it all over to research and development so that we could come up with new ways to store hydrogen, come up with new ways to make hydrogen out of other stuff. As my partner had stated before, the only budget that we had for research and development was President Bush's his proposal. He said that hydrogen industry right now only has had a 1.2 billion boost, and Obama cut that. And with that, we've been actually able to come up with a lot of things. Like for example, the Department of Energy specifically has quoted in the United States Government Accountability Office, one of their reports, the report to congressional requesters. They said that specifically the Department of Energy has reduced the cost of producing hydrogen from natural gas. They've also said I had one of these, but I quoted that our storage for hydrogen has been cut down by 50% just with that budget of 1.2 billion. Now imagine if we had, let's say, 20 billion or 30 billion of research and development. We could come up with so much better stuff. Just imagine. That would, in theory, rise the price of gas because it's not being subsidized. But with the gas prices rising, less people are going to want to use it, and people are going to have that negative incentive of moving towards electricity or hydrogen. And I actually have some quotes here that say that actually might work. It's, This was a study done on, it was actually done on bumblebees. It's called the Negative Incentive Contrast-Induced Economic Choice Behavior by Bumblebees. I quoted that, subjects that experience a downshift of reward in familiar targets shows a severe disruption of consumatory behavior. Furthermore, these subjects were relatively likely to choose the alternative. Now, I know that these are bumblebees, they're not people, but if it can happen in nature, why can't it happen for us? Why can't it work? That's saying that it would work. And I have another study that proved that, doesn't necessarily prove, but shows that the U.S. would prefer to use negative incentives instead of positive incentives to get people to stop using gasoline. And the study was, it's called Motivating Teammates, the Leader's Choice Between Positive and Negative Incentives. And I quoted it saying, the leaders of a group, in this case the U.S., who primarily interested in their own payoff or the current economy or getting people to pay them, should choose negative. This is what this study has found. It also found that, I wish I had the figures, but there was two figures. In the panel A, figure 2, which I had them, shows that average over all phases, team contributions are higher under negative than under positive. And then in the same one, it also shows that the leader gains more than in a negative than in a positive incentive. So this shows that the U.S. would prefer to use a negative incentive on us because they would gain more and there would be more contribution on us from us. So that says that we would be able to move towards a different economy instead of what we have now, if we had that negative incentive that, oh, we're paying more for oil or something else.